To everyone, today we are going to start chapter number 6, that is square and square roots. Chapter number 4 and 5, that is practical geometry and data handling, we will do when the school will be open. So before starting the exercise of chapter number 6, square and square roots, we are going to see some definitions. So here is the first definition, square numbers. So what do you mean by a square number? If a natural number m can be expressed as n square, where n is a natural number, then m is called a square number. For example, m is equals to m square, or read as m to the power 2 is equals to n into n. Okay. For example, we can take as 4. 4 into 4, how much it will be? 4 square or 4 to the power 2 is equals to 4 into 4, isn't it? So 4 into 4 will be 16. So the square of 4 is 16. Similarly, if we are having 5 square, 5 to the power 2 is equals to 5 into 5, that means 25. So the square of 5 is 25, isn't it? So like that the square numbers are there. What do you mean by square root? Second definition, square root is the inverse operation of the squares. Inverse operation of the square, that means suppose m is equals to n square is a square number, isn't it? When we are talking about a square root, that means m is equals to 1 upon n square. That means it will be converted into the form of fraction. Suppose I am having a number 4 square, isn't it? 4 square we are having the number, then it will be converted into 1 upon 4 square. That means you have to take the square root of the number, or LCM I can say that 4 is equals to, take the LCM of 4, how much? 4 into 4, isn't it? So inside the root, one notation is given inside the bracket, that is read as square root. So 2 into 2 will becomes inside the square root. When you take it out, one of the two, pair of two numbers are made. So one of the two will be the square root of the 4. Like that it is. Okay. It will be more clear when we will do the definitions. So the third definition is Pythagorean triplets. Pythagorean triplets is the family of 3 members, that is 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Okay. Where m is a natural number and the value of m is greater than 1. Okay, not less than 1, not equal to 0. That means the value of m should be greater than 1. Plus 1 is, that means it should be a positive number, not a negative number. Okay, as well as it should not be equals to 1, as well as not less than 1. Less than 1 is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1000, like that. So what is the Pythagorean triplets? Pythagorean triplets is the family of 3 members, that is 2m, comma m square minus 1, comma m square plus 1, where m is a natural number. So have you understood, everyone? Okay. Next one is a perfect square. So what do you mean by a perfect square? The number which ends with 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 1000, sorry, 100, dash dash, dash dash means it will be goes on. Okay, are a perfect square. That means suppose we are having a number 21. The number 21, its units place, that units place, it ends with the number 1, isn't it? So it is a perfect square. Like the number 24, so its number is ends with 4, so it will be a perfect square. Like that it's we have to see. Okay. The second point in a perfect square is that, and also the numbers ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 are not a perfect square. So these are the numbers are not a perfect square, not a perfect square, no, it is a square number. So here we are going to talk about the two things, that is first thing is about perfect square and second thing is about square numbers. Clear? Then the next one is you have to note down that how many, as we have done in the chapter number 1 rational number, that take out 5 rational number between 1 by 2 and 1 by 4, like that the question is there, isn't it? So in the same way we are having here also, that how many numbers should be there between n square and n plus 1 square. Okay, so there are 2n numbers between n square and n plus 1 square, which is 1 less than the difference of the two numbers. Clear? So while doing the question, it will be more clear to you people. Now some of the properties we have to see, then only we will start the exercise. So near about 10 to 11 property we are having. Okay, so you have to study those properties. So first property, it states that a number ending in 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. For example, 82 ends in 2, isn't it? 93 ends in 3. 187 ends in 7. So like that, the numbers are ending with 2, 3, 7, 8 are never a perfect square. Ending with the numbers, it means its unit place must be equals to 2, 3, 7, 8. Suppose we are having in units place of the number 2, 3, 7, 8, that means it's never be a perfect square. For example, 82, 93, 187, 248. Okay, these numbers ends with 2, 3, 7, 8, so it is not a perfect square. Second property, it states that a number ending in an odd numbers of 0. Odd numbers of 0, that means you have to count the number of zeros. If the number of zeros are 1, like 3, 5, okay, then 7. So these are the odd numbers, isn't it? So while seeing the number, you have to count the number of zeros present in that number. If the number of zeros are in the form of odd numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7 dash dash, then it will be never a perfect square. For example, 160, 4009 lakh. Number of 0 in 160 is 1. Number of 0 in 4000 is 3. Number of 0 in 9 lakh is 5. So it is odd numbers, isn't it? Number of zeros are present in the form of odd numbers. So it is not a perfect square. Third property states that, what is the third property? It states, if a number when divided by 3 leaves a remainder 2, then it is not a perfect square. That means, for example, when we are going to divide 170, okay, 170 by 3, then 578 by 3. When any number is going to divide with 3 and it gives the remainder 2, when any of the number divides with 3 and gives the remainder 2, then it's not a perfect square. Okay. So next property, if a number when divided by 4 leaves a remainder 2 or 3, then it is also not a perfect square. That means any of the number when it will be divided by 4 and gives you the remainder 2 or 3, that means it is again not a perfect square. Then the fifth property, it states that the square of an even number is always an even number. The square of an even number is always an even number. Suppose, for example, 2 square, 2 is an even number. That means square of 2 will also comes in the form of even number. That means 2 into 2 will be 4. Suppose 4 is a even number, isn't it? So the square of 4 will also be the even number. That means 4 into 4 is 16 and 16 is an even number. Similarly for 6 and 8 and so on. Now the next property which we have to see, that is property 6. So here is the property. The square of an odd number is always an odd number. As we had seen for property 6 in the fifth, in that property what we have seen, the square of an even number is always an even number. Similarly, the square of an odd number is always an odd number. So odd numbers are 1, 3, isn't it? 5, 7. So if suppose we are taking the square of 3, that is an odd number. So the answer, the result will come in the form of odd only. So 3 into 3 is 9, where 9 is an odd number. Similarly, if we are going to take 7, 7 is an odd number and the square of 7 is how much? 7 into 7, that is 49, isn't it? So 49 is also an odd number. Have you understood, everyone? Okay. Then the next property, 7th, the square of a proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. Like for example, 2 by 3 the whole square is equals to 2 into 2 upon 3 into 3. That means how much it will become? 4 upon 9, isn't it? So it is smaller than the fraction. 8th one, for every natural number n, we have n plus 1 the whole square minus n square is equals to how much? N plus 1 plus n. This we will do while doing the question. It is like same as distributive properties. Okay, it will be clear when we will going to do the example. Next, ninth property. For every natural number n, we have sum of first n odd natural number is equals to n square. For example, odd, that means the odd numbers, isn't it? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus, not 6, plus 7 plus 9 will be the sum of the first 5 odd number, that is 5 square. 10th one is Pythagorean triplets. This we had already studied right now, isn't it? Now the last property is between two consecutive numbers n square and n plus 1 the whole square, there are 2n non-perfect square numbers. So these are the 11 properties which you have to study very carefully. Clear? Now we are going to see the exercise 6.1. So here is exercise 6.1. First question. What will be the unit digit of the square of the following number? Unit digit it is asked, isn't it? So first question, first A part is 81. What is the unit place? Unit, that means ones place. So ones place of 81 is how much? That is 1, isn't it? Units place, that means ones place. Ones place of 81 number is 1. So the square of 1 is how much? 1 into 1 is equals to 1 itself. So second part, 272. In number 272, what is the units place? Units place, that means ones place. So ones place is 2 and the square of 2 will be 2 into 2, 4, isn't it? So 4 is the units of the square, isn't it? In the same way we are going to see question number third part, that is 799. What is the units place in this? Units place in 799, that is 9 only, isn't it? So the square of 9 will be how much? 9 into 9, it will be become 81, and 81 is a double number comes, ones and tens place value comes, isn't it? So in place of ones and tens, whose value we are going to see? We are going to see ones place, that is 1. So have you understood? When double number comes or triple numbers comes, isn't it? Then we have to see only the ones place, not the tens and hundred place. So in this number, what is the units place? That is 9, isn't it? The square of 9 will be 81. 81 is again in the 2 digit, that is ones and tens. So in place of ones and tens, we are going to see only ones place value, that is 1. So clear everyone? The next question number 4. So what is the fourth question? Fourth question is 3853 is the number whose ones place is, ones, that means units place is 3, isn't it? And the square of 3 is how much? That is 3 into 3, that is 9, isn't it? So 9 is the square of the number. In the same way, 1234, what is the units place? That is 4. So square of 4 will be 4 into 4, that is 16. And again the double number comes. Double, that means ones and tens, both the place value comes, isn't it? So when the double number comes or triple number comes, okay, we have to just see its ones place value. So 4 into 4, that is 16. Among 16, 1 and 6, which is ones place value, is 6, isn't it? So 6 is the units number over here. So have you understood everyone? When single number will come, it has no problem, okay? But when the double number comes, like 81, 16, in those number you have to see only its ones place. So that will be the answer. So, okay, now the sixth part. Sixth part is 26,387, isn't it? So what is the ones place value in this? 7 is the ones place value. Okay, so what will be the square of 7? That is 7 into 7 is 49. So 49 again ones place, again the 2 digit number is coming here. So what is the ones place in this? Ones place is 9 and tens place is 4. So what will be the answer? Which value we have to see? We have to see ones place value, that is 9. So what will be the square of 4 is? What will be the square of 7 is? 49 and its unit place is 9. So hope you people have understood this question. It's a simple, just you have to see the ones place value and square of it you have to find out. If the numbers comes in a single digit, nothing you have to do, but if the digit comes in double digit comes or triple digit comes, you have to just see the ones place value. Okay, so question number 7, 8, 9 and 10 try to do with your own. Next one. Next question is somewhat you have to see. The following number are obviously not a perfect square. Give reason. So here are the numbers. Whichever the numbers are given, it is already said that it is not a perfect square. But you have to give reason why it is not a perfect square. Okay. So 1057, it is not a perfect square. It is already said in the question. But you have to give the reason. So what is the ones place value in this number? Units place is 7. Ones place value is 7, isn't it? Since the number ends in 7, that's why 1057 is not a perfect square. We had already seen the 11 properties. You have to memorize those 11 properties. It is already said that in the first property of a perfect square, that the numbers ending in 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. So here the number 1057 ends with the number 7, that's why it's not a perfect square. Similarly 23,453, its units place is 3, isn't it? Since the number ends in 3, that's why this number is not a perfect square. Then again 7928 ends with which number? Units place is 8. Okay, since the number is ends in 8, that's why 7928 is not a perfect square. Then again in the fourth part, the two are given, isn't it? 2 2 2 2 and 2 is given. Okay, so what is the unit place in this? Again the unit place is 2. Since the number ends in 2, that's why it is not a perfect square. Similarly you have to do the rest other the below question which is given. Okay, so here I had written all the solution. You have to just go through it. Next, question number 3. What is said in question number 3? That the square of which of the following would be odd numbers? You have to tell the square of which of the following would be a odd number. Suppose we are having a number 431. Okay, we are having one of the number 431. So from the property itself, it is very clear that the number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 dash 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 are not a perfect square. The odd numbers are not a perfect square, isn't it? So what we have to do? We have to just subtract the number 431 by these odd numbers. Okay, till it comes 0. We'll do the question, then it will be clear. So the same number, all the odd number will be subtracted with the 431 number till the 431 is converted into 0. Suppose 431, first odd number is 1. So 1 will be subtracted with 431. It will become into 430. Then 430 will be subtracted with 3. It will be 427. Then 427 subtracted with 5, it will be 422. Then 422 will be subtracted with 7, it will be 415. 415, here I had written 422, isn't it? So it will be 415, not 422. So till it will be subtracted till it comes into 0. That means वहाँ तक उसको सब्सट्रैक्ट करना है जब तक वो 431 0 में कन्वर्ट हो ना जाए. ठीक है, 431 पहले 1 से सब्सट्रैक्ट होगा, 3 से सब्सट्रैक्ट होगा, 5 से होगा, 7 से होगा, 9 से होगा, 11 से होगा. ऐसे करके वो पूरा तब तक होता जाएगा सब्सट्रैक्शन जब तक 431 0 ना हो जाए. क्लियर टू एवरीवन? ओके. देन सेकेंड, 2826. The square of 2826 is not odd numbers. Okay, the number 2826 being even, so it's a square must be even. Clear? It's not an odd number. Then the third, the given number 7799 being odd, so it must be an odd square. Okay, then the number 82404 will be not an odd number, it will be an even number. So this question number 3, second, third and fourth part you have to do as we have done question number third first part. You have to subtract the number by 1 3 5, then 1 3 5 7 9 11 13 15, like that you have to subtract the odd numbers till it will become 0. Clear? Then the next question number 4. So what the question number 4 says that observe the following pattern and find the missing digit. So here we are going to talk about the missing digit. So 11 square, that means 11 into 11, that will be 121. Then 101 square, that means 101 into 101, that will be 10201. Okay, that means that again 1001 square will be 100201. That means here the number of zeros are going to increase. Look the pattern, then only you will understand. Okay, so here when 11 is there, no zero is coming. Okay, when in between 11 1 0 is coming, then in the answer also in between 1 and 1 the zeros are coming, like 10201. Okay, in the same way again 2 zeros are there in between 1 and 1, so it will be 2 zeros again in the answer, that is 1002001. In the same way, if the 3 zeros are there between 1 and 1, so in the answer also 3 zeros will be there. Similarly 4 zeros, 5 zeros, 6 zeros, 7 0, like that. The number, this question is depend on the number of zeros. Number of zeros are increased in the left hand side of the number, the same number of zeros will be increased in the right hand side of the answer. Clear? Second is also same, fifth question is also same as the question number 4. Here again, here it is said that observe the pattern and supply the missing numbers. So 11 square is 121. 101 square will be 10201, isn't it? Now 10101 square will be 102030201. That means again repetition is there. In the first 11 square 121 is there, then 101 square 1020, again 1 is there. Then again in the third step 10101 square is there, that means 102030, then decreasing order 201. Okay, while doing the pattern you will understand. Then again how many 10 10 10 and 1 square will be 10 20 30 40, then decrease 30 20 and 1. Similarly 10 10 10 and 10, 1 square is equals to 10 20 30 50, then 40 30 20 and 1. So you have to see the, once you will go through the pattern in first and second and third step, you will automatically understood what will be come in the fourth and the fifth steps. Okay, so next is question number 6. What the question number 6 says, using the given pattern find the missing number. Using the given pattern find the missing number. Okay, so here is again talking about a pattern. 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square is equals to 3 square. It is a pattern given. Then 2 square plus 3 square plus 6 square is equals to 7 square. Again a pattern is there. Then 3 square plus 4 square plus 12 square is equals to 13 square. You have to solve the squares of the numbers. Okay. Then 4 square 5 square is equals to dash. A bracket is given, a box is given, there you have to fill the number while solving the step 1 2 3. Okay, then you will fill the step is equals to 21. So that missing number will be 20. Then 5 square plus box plus 30 square is equals to 31. So in place of box 6 square comes. 6 square plus 7 square plus box is equals to 43 square. So there will 42 square will come. So how you will going to know that in place of bracket the numbers comes? For that what you have to do, you have to solve the step 1 2 3, okay, and see it. That means 1 square 2 square 2 square, that means 1 square will be 1, 2 square will be 4, 2 square will be 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 1, how much? 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 1 9 is equals to 3 into 3 is how much? That is again 9. That means LHS and RHS must become same. So you have to think of that number, so that while keeping that number in the place of a bracket, that number will be equalized to the right hand side. Clear? Next, seventh question is here. So here is seventh question. In the seventh question it is said that without adding find the sum. That means here 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9 is there, isn't it? So here how many numbers are there? Sum of the first 5 odd number is 5 square. That means 5 is equals to 5, 25 square. Sum of the odd numbers, it is a property. So how many total numbers are there? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So among this how many numbers are there? 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Total numbers are 5. Okay. So 5 into 5 will be 25. So sum of first 5 odd numbers is 25. So without adding the number we can find this, whether which value will come, by knowing the property only. Okay. Now the next number is 1, 3. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. So we are not going to add all the numbers. We have to memorize the property, isn't it? Because in the question it is said without adding you have to find the sum. So one of the property it says that sum of the first 10 odd number is 10 square, that is 100. Okay, so the answer without adding it comes as 100. Similarly for the third one, sum of the first 12 odd numbers is 12 square, that is 144. So in this way you have to do the question but without adding the numbers. Next, question number 8. So here is question number 8. Express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. Sum of 7 odd numbers, that means 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, like that. Okay, these are the odd numbers. So you have to collect the, starting from the 1, you have to add all the odd numbers till 49 comes. So how many odd numbers will be added to get 49? That is 7. So those odd numbers are 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. Okay, then in the same way you have to do for 121. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19 plus 21. So these are the odd numbers which you have to add it and see whether 121 is coming or not. So in this way you have to see. If suppose some other numbers we are having, then for that also you have to add and see whether that numbers are coming or not. Clear? Only it is said that 7 odd numbers, that means you have to add the odd numbers only. Okay, 7 odd numbers for the 49, then 11 odd numbers for 121. That means number of odd numbers you have to add is 11 and 7. That you have to keep it in mind. It should not be more than 7 and 11. Okay, if it is more than 7 and 11, that means answer is coming wrong. Clear? Okay. Now the ninth question. So how many numbers lies between square of the following? Do you remember n square and n plus 1 the whole square? 2n numbers lies between that, the square of n square and n plus 1 the whole square. This property we have to use here. So 12 and 13 are the number, isn't it? 12 and 13 are the two numbers where we have to find the number of numbers we have to find which is lies between 12 and 13, isn't it? So look how to find. So what will be the square of 12? 12 square, that means 12 into 12 is 144. Square of 13 will be 169, isn't it? Then we have to subtract both the number, that is, it is said in the question which is 1 less than the number. Do you remember the property? Okay, so 12 square will be 144, 13 square will be 169. Then you have to subtract both the number. So 169 subtracted with 144, how much it will be? It will becomes 25, isn't it? 25 numbers are lies between the square of 12 and 13. That means whatever the number is given, the two numbers is given, that two numbers you have to find the square of those two numbers. Then after finding the square of those two numbers, you have to subtract both, and whatever the result comes, that many numbers lies between the squares of those numbers. Okay, similarly the next one is 25 and 26 are the two numbers, and we have to find that how many square numbers is lies between 25 and 26. So first step is square of 25 will be 625. Square of 25, that means double times you have to multiply 25. That means 25 into 25 is equals to 625. Then square of 26 will be 26 into 26 will how much it will become? It will become 676. Then you have to subtract both the numbers, isn't it? 676 minus 625. You have to subtract. How much it will become? It will become 51, isn't it? It will become how much? 51. As it is said in the property that it will be less than 1. Do you remember the property? Once go through the property, that it will be easy. Less than 1, that means 51 will be subtracted with 1. So the result will come as 50. So 50 numbers lies between the square of 25 and 26. So in this way the exercise is completed. Okay, 6.1 is completed. This question number 9, third part, you have to solve and see. So tomorrow we are going to do 6.2. If any doubt is there, please ask me in my personal WhatsApp number. You people are already knowing the numbers, isn't it? So thank you everyone.